Hello, welcome back to Kitchen Table Modelling. This week, the Tamyia Achilles. So the Achilles was the British version of the M10 Hellcat. So pretty much we took, same as Firefly, took an American tank and put a bigger gun on it. Because why not? So in the box, get to those in a minute. That's new. So that's just your typical Tamyia, nice little tips and hints sheet, which is really nice. They give you these. Sometimes you do forget your basics. Nice little inclusion. This is new. Background information. Some nice reference photos actually. That bit's in Chinese or Japanese, I don't know. The nice little spiel about the Achilles, nice reference photo, a nice little diagram featuring the highlights of the vehicles and some lovely statistics. Yeah, I'll have to have a good read of that later. Okay, instructions. So not your typical Tamiya, open it. So they've changed to a booklet. In typical Tamiya style. Nicely done. Very clear, very precise, no beating around the bush. Calling out painting as it's required. And they even give you a warning, attached parts numbered. Blah blah blah. So you can't really mess it up. Nice little Tamiya one. You get 4 crew with this: commander, gunner, loader, and a head for the driver. Upper body for the driver. So if you have him head up, they actually give you instructions on how to get the guys in. New. And they give you some storage options. Very good. Top ones Italy, bottom ones Europe, 44, 45. Not much difference at all, they're both going to be green. And also something I noticed on the GMC, if you actually look at the painting bit on the back, actually tells you what they had. So Achilles were painted overall in British Army shade olive drab number 15. The colour is best represented by Tamiya colour, dark green, camouflage scheme, but the 110s were uncommon, but some vehicles have winter camouflage applied in winter-based white paint over the original scheme. So it gives you a little bit of information about how the vehicles were painted. Right, in the box. Lovely decals from Tamiya, as always. Never had an issue with them. So I did originally open this kit when I was doing the King Tiger, as I pikeyed one of the 17-pounder shells for some impact marks. Some nice stowage on there. Spare links, crew, helmets, stand guns. That was a carbon copy. There's some of the crew. Turret. Probably should have took these out of the bags. open this. Okay, what we got? We've got inside the hull, compartment step, which is nice. They've included all the checker plating and a few little details on there. Most of it's going to be obscured anyway. Oh, they've included the weld texture across the top here, which is nice. Okay, so more crew. It's actually really nicely moulded. Okay, really nicely moulded. Back end of 17-pounder, the recuperators in the breech. And the counterweights, actually really nicely textured. Camera picks that up. That's really quite smart. Well done, Tamyia. Okay, upper hull. There's kind of no frills, as these were designed to be as light as possible. And again, nice weld seams down the edges, which is nice. Oh yeah, 2019. That's something I noticed on the inside. So I don't know if at some point in the future they're planning on doing an engine pack for this. Because by the looks of it, they are the points to be able to have open hatches, which would be interesting. Clear parts. Got some goggles on there. That'll be fun. Yeah, Browning split in 3 parts, 4 parts. 1, 2, oh, more than 3 parts, okay. Firing handles separate. 2 different types of barrels. Lower parts of the hull, side skirts. The gearbox casing, again, nicely textured. And all the running gear and assemblies, cable, hooks, half a turret ring, the other half is going to be there. Overall, quite impressive so far. And the tracks, rubber band tracks, but they are actually really thick. They're really thick tracks, so hopefully they should go together quite nicely. I don't tend to go for aftermarket tracks, bits and bobs like that, because I don't see the point personally when, if you pay enough attention to detail and weather it nicely, then they do come out quite good. I have not seen a gun barrel. While I'm going back through it. Ah, there it is. Okay, so gun barrel is single piece. Well done, Tamyia. Single piece gun barrel. The muzzle is split. Not the end of the world, but that's the first time in a long time I've seen a single piece gun barrel, which is very nice. 17-pounder, same as Firefly packs. Saying that, I've got 2 Fireflies in my stash. They will be coming out quite soon, depending on if I can find what I'm looking for to go with them. Right then, so that's just a quick run through of what's in the box, etc. Standard video, run through a time lapse of putting the beast together, and I will see you after it's all together. Adios amigos. Right then, guys, so that's as far as I'm going to take the build for the moment, due to ease of painting. Typical Tamiya kit went together absolutely superbly. Road wheels, well, running gear and whatnot will go on before I start painting. The turret I've left in 2 pieces, again, for ease of painting, to be able to get all on the interior, get all the detailed painting in there, etc. Tamyia, well done on the one-piece gun. One-piece gun barrel, absolutely amazing. I wish more people would do this, rather than having to go out and buy an aftermarket expensive one. Not so much so expensive, but it's hassle in having to locate one to fit your kit and then trying to make it fit, etc. The other thing, the only modification I've done to this is on these racks on the side of the vehicle. A lot of photographs and whatnot that date back to World War II. These are actually gone. So it's an empty rack, nothing in it. But a few photos I've seen it where they've kept the bottom links on there, or risers, or what I don't even actually know the proper name from. But they put jerry cans and all sorts of stowage on there, which is supported by the bottom items. So I've left those on there for a later date. So on to the 17-pounder. So the kit says to make it in this fashion. If you want the gun to be ready for firing, that should be in that position, as that is to basically bounce the empty casing out of the way rather than it slamming into the back of the turret. Also, this bit, if the camera picks up, focus. I have not fitted this. Come on, camera. You can do it. I've not fitted that. Admittedly, all the specimen vehicles they would have seen for making this kit, they would have seen that fitted. If you know what that part is, please comment in the bit below, as I'll be very keen and interested to see how many people actually know what that is. I know it by its modern name and its function. So if you know what it's called and its function, whack a comment in the comment section. Let's see how many people get it right. Without further ado, I'm going to start painting this little number. But before I forget, instructions from Tamiya, new style instructions. Absolutely fantastic. Really easy to understand. You can chop and change, build it in any order you feel like I've done. But otherwise, absolutely superb. Right then, on with the paint, and I'll see you after. Right then, so there we have it, the Achilles tank destroyer. Went with a simple weathering on this one, just a bit dust and mud, light mud, nothing too fancy, nothing too special. Went with some netting on the vehicle, as it's common with reference photos that crews applied netting on the vehicles to try and break up the edges, break up the shapes, such as the gun barrels. Try and break up the shape, break up the lines, so it doesn't look like a vehicle at all. Didn't put any netting on the front and on the back end. Apart from that, just a general light coating with dusting, with pigments and splash effects. I have got a crew to go in this vehicle, currently working on them at the moment, but I thought I'd get this one out, because this one's going to go in a little vinaigrette, not a full-blown diorama for this one. The other thing to note with this kit, I made the camera, sorry about the fingering shot, is the interior of the turret. Very nicely detailed interior. You've got everything that you'd expect to be in there. But something to be noted with this kit, if you're making it so there's guns in either ready to fire position or whatnot, this shield needs to be down, not up, because that stops brass from impacting the back of the turret. But you can't do that with this seat down. Something I wish I had noticed before I constructed it and painted it, as I did intend to have the gun in ready to fire position. You can still fire like that, you're just going to get a great big lump of brass come out and smash into the back of your turret instead. But otherwise, a fantastic little kit. The extra stowage is from Value Gear, before I forget. And the camouflage netting is just simple medical gauze that has been dipped in, where did I put it? Track wash. Literally just poured that in a little bit of bowl, dipped the netting in, pulled it out, let it dry, and it retained its colour really nicely, even through gluing. Wow, that was